Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India News Hour, India's voice to the world. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Coming up in the next hour, India's PM Modi addresses Guyana's special parliament session, says this is not a time for conflict. This is the time to identify the conditions that create conflict and remove them. Kiev says Russia fired intercontinental ballistic missile in attack on Ukraine. Experts say ICBM never previously used in a war. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu denounces International Criminal Court's decision to issue arrest warrants for him and his former defense minister, calls ruling anti-Semitic. And Prasar Bharati's OTT platform Waves will provide clean family entertainment, say Chairman Navneet Singh Sehgal. In the last leg of his three-nation visit, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed a special session at Guyana's National Assembly. Addressing 12th session of the Parliament, PM Modi said that the strongest mantra for moving forward in front of the world is democracy first, humanity first. PM Modi said that spirit of democracy first teaches to take everyone along. The feeling of humanity first determines the direction of our decisions. PM stressed that when we make humanity first the basis of our decisions, the results are also in the interest of humanity.
दूसरे विश्व युद्ध के बाद बनी व्यवस्थाएं और संस्थाएं ध्वस्त हो रही हैं। कोरोना के बाद जहां एक नए वर्ल्ड ऑर्डर की तरफ बढ़ना था, दुनिया दूसरी ही चीजों में उलझ गई। इन परिस्थितियों में आज विश्व के सामने आगे बढ़ने का सबसे मजबूत मंत्र है डेमोक्रेसी फर्स्ट, ह्यूमैनिटी फर्स्ट.
And PM Modi said that India has never moved forward with the spirit of expansionism and always stayed away from the spirit of capturing resources, grabbing resources. PM stressed that India stands for global development, and with this spirit, India has also become the voice of the global south.
मैं मानता हूं स्पेस हो, सी हो, ये यूनिवर्सल कॉन्फ्लिक्ट के नहीं बल्कि यूनिवर्सल कोऑपरेशन के विषय होने चाहिए. दुनिया के लिए भी ये समय कॉन्फ्लिक्ट का नहीं है. ये समय कॉन्फ्लिक्ट पैदा करने वाली कंडीशंस को पहचानने और उनको दूर करने का है. आज टेररिज्म, ड्रग्स, साइबर क्राइम ऐसी कितनी ही चुनौतियां हैं जिनसे मुकाबला करके ही हम अपनी आने वाली पीढ़ियों का भविष्य संवार पाएंगे.
PM Modi said that a united voice of the global south is crucial and it is the time for the awakening of the global south. PM added that India has never left any nation behind with a focus on global development.
भारत ने हमेशा प्रिंसिपल्स के आधार पर, ट्रस्ट और ट्रांसपेरेंसी के आधार पर ही अपनी बात की है. एक भी देश, एक भी रीजन पीछे रह गया तो हमारे ग्लोबल गोल्स कभी हासिल नहीं हो पाएंगे. तभी भारत कहता है एवरी नेशन मैटर्स. भारत आइलैंड नेशंस को स्मॉल आइलैंड नेशन नहीं बल्कि लार्ज ओशन कंट्रीज मानता है। इसी नेक नियत से भारत ने G20 की प्रेसिडेंसी के दौरान अफ्रीकन यूनियन को G20 में शामिल कराकर अपना कर्तव्य निभाया।
And India's Prime Minister paid tributes to the statue of Mahatma Gandhi during his state visit to Guyana. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's unwavering commitment to Mahatma Gandhiji's teachings transcends India's borders. This reverence for the father of the nation extends beyond domestic initiatives. To date, there have been numerous occasions where Prime Minister has paid tribute to the Mahatma on international soil, a testament to his effort to keep Gandhiji's legacy alive and relevant on the global stage. And the Prime Minister also paid tributes to Arya Samaj monument, which was unveiled at the Promenade Gardens to commemorate the movement's 101 years of existence. Prime Minister also enjoyed a devotional song where he himself tried hands on one of the instruments. And the Prime Minister also witnessed special prayers which were recited by children. And PM Modi was also presented a special poem by children in Guyana, symbolizing India-Guyana culture connect.
वेद का प्रचार है, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा, और कल भी रहेगा, और कल भी रहेगा.
PM Modi also paid tributes at the Indian Arrival Monument. Monument commemorates the arrival of the first group of Indian indentured labourers who arrived in what was then called British Guyana. The Indian Arrival Monument was built in 1997 to commemorate the Indian diaspora's journey to the Caribbean nation. He also planted a sapling in the premises of Gandhi Memorial in Guyana. PM Modi was greeted by Indian community there. And India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who is in Guyana on the last leg of his three-nation visit, was conferred the Order of Excellence by Guyanese President Irfan Ali, and the Commonwealth of Dominica also conferred the country's highest national award, Dominica Award of Honor to the Prime Minister on Wednesday. Take a look at all the foreign honours bestowed on India's Prime Minister.
Another international recognition for India's Prime Minister, Guyana and Dominica conferred their top awards on Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his contributions during the COVID-19 pandemic and his exceptional contributions to the global community and efforts in strengthening bilateral ties with the two Caribbean nations. The Prime Minister was conferred the Order of Excellence by Guyanese President Irfan Ali, while Sylvanie Burton, President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, conferred the highest national award, Dominica Award of Honour, on Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his statesmanship, his commitment to strengthening India and Dominica ties. Barbados has also announced to honour the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi with the prestigious Honorary Order of Freedom of Barbados. Earlier, the Indian Prime Minister was also conferred Nigeria's Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger. The prestigious distinction makes him only the second foreign dignitary to receive it, a testament to his global standing and leadership. These latest awards are yet another feather in his cap. Over the years, PM Modi has been honoured by countries and organisations around the world for his exceptional leadership and contributions. Some of these awards include: in July this year, PM Modi officially received Russia's most prestigious civilian honour, the Order of St. Andrew the Apostle, which was bestowed upon him in 2019. The award recognizes PM Modi's distinguished contribution to developing a privileged strategic partnership between Russia and India and fostering friendly ties between the two countries. On March 22, 2024, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was conferred the Order of Druk Gyalpo, Bhutan's highest civilian decoration, by the King of Bhutan in a public ceremony at Thimphu. On 25th August 2023, the Indian Prime Minister was conferred with the Grand Cross of the Order of Honour by President Katerina Sakellaropoulou of Greece. On July 13, 2023, PM Modi was conferred with France's highest award, the Grand Cross of the Legion of Honour in Paris. On June 25, 2023, Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi conferred the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi with its highest civilian award, the Order of the Nile in Cairo. On May 22, 2023, PM Modi was conferred the highest honour of Fiji, the Companion of the Order of Fiji, in recognition of his global leadership. Only a handful of non-Fijians have received this honour to date, the Prime Minister's office had said back then. On December 21, 2020, the US President Donald Trump conferred the highest decoration, the Legion of Merit, Degree Chief Commander, to PM Modi. On August 24, 2019, PM Modi was conferred the King Hamad Order of Renaissance during his visit to Bahrain in recognition of his efforts to strengthen bilateral relations with the Gulf nation. PM Modi was the first Indian Prime Minister to visit Bahrain. On August 24, 2019, PM Modi was honoured with the UAE's highest civilian award, the Order of Zayed, in recognition of his pivotal role in building the strategic relationship between the two countries. The award has earlier been bestowed on world leaders like the Russian President Vladimir Putin and the Chinese President Xi Jinping. On June 8, 2019, Prime Minister Modi was conferred with Maldives' highest honour, the Rule of Nishan-Uzaydin, during his state visit to the country. The most honourable order of the Distinguished Rule of Nishan-Uzaydin is the Maldives' highest honour accorded to foreign dignitaries. On February 10, 2018, PM Modi was conferred the Grand Collar of the State of Palestine, the highest Palestinian honour for foreign dignitaries. On April 3, 2016, during his visit to Saudi Arabia, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was conferred Saudi Arabia's highest civilian honour, the King Abdulaziz Sash. Apart from the highest civilian honours, PM Modi has also been conferred with several awards by prestigious organisations across the globe. In 2019, PM Modi was conferred the Global Goalkeeper Award by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation for the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. The first ever Philip Kotler Presidential Award was given to the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi in 2019. This award is offered annually to the leader of a nation. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi was conferred with the Champions of the Earth Award 2018 for his policy leadership by UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres. Champions of the Earth is the highest UN honour in the field of environment. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi was conferred with the prestigious Seoul Peace Prize for 2018. It is awarded biannually. The Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is a people's leader, dedicated to solving their problems and improving their well-being. Indian Prime Minister has ushered in a paradigm shift in governance that has led to inclusive, development-oriented and corruption-free governance. With Bureau Inputs, DD India.
Time now for a very short break, but still to come on this edition of DD India News Hour. India's Minister of State for Environment, Forests and Climate Change, Kirti Vardhan Singh, co-chaired the Leader IT Summit in Baku. And 2 dead as bomb cyclone storm pounds western United States.
पढ़ाई तो हमारे जमाने में होती थी।
हाँ तो जाइए ना अपने जमाने में।
रोमांस तो हमारे जमाने में होता था।
पेमेंट भी उसी जमाने का है। अरे भैया डिजिटल पेमेंट करना सीखिए नए जमाने में। इजी, सेफ एंड फास्ट है। हमने तो इनको डिजिटल पेमेंट करना सिखा दिया। आपने ये सेल्फी लेते हैं, ये हमारे जमाने का है। आरबीआई कहता है कि
डिजिटल पेमेंट अपनाओ,
औरों को भी सिखाओ।
Welcome back. You're watching DD India News Hour. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's landmark visit to Guyana highlights India's commitment to deepening ties with the Caribbean nation. The two countries share strong cultural, historical and diplomatic connections with growing collaboration in trade, energy and global issues. During the visit, several memorandums of understanding were signed in recognition of his leadership and contributions. Guyana awarded PM Modi its highest honour, the Order of Excellence. Here's more.
Prime Minister Modi's visit to Guyana reflects India's commitment to strengthening ties with the country. The two nations also share strong cultural and historical connections with growing collaboration in trade, energy and global diplomacy.
जिस प्रकार से गयाना की नदियां यहाँ के लोगों की कल्चरल आइडेंटिटी का अभिन्न अंग रही है, उसी प्रकार भारत की गंगा, यमुना, ब्रह्मपुत्र जैसी महान नदियां हमारी प्राचीन सभ्यता का जन्मस्थल रही हैं। दोनों देशों में जल को सामाजिक और सांस्कृतिक गौरव का स्थान दिया गया है।
PM Modi called his Guyana visit a significant milestone recalling age-old ties between the two countries.
भारत भी गयाना के साथ हर क्षेत्र में कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर चलने के लिए तैयार है। दो डेमोक्रेसीज के रूप में हमारा सहयोग केवल द्विपक्षीय संबंधों के लिए नहीं, बल्कि पूरे ग्लोबल साउथ के लिए महत्वपूर्ण है।
The visit included the exchange of several memorandums of understanding, MOUs, between the two countries, reflecting a deepening of their partnership. In Georgetown, PM Modi also held delegation-level talks with various government officials. Guyana conferred its highest national award, the Order of Excellence, on Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his visionary statesmanship, for championing the rights of developing countries on the global stage, for exceptional service to the global community, and for his commitment to strengthening India-Guyana relations.
The greatest test of any human being, the greatest test of any member of the human family, is to give of their very little when they are most in need. And Prime Minister Modi has fulfilled this test with distinction during the COVID-19 pandemic, when they gifted this region 500,000 vaccines, when India itself was rallying to meet their own needs.
This is the first visit by an Indian Prime Minister to Guyana in 56 years. As a symbol of their close friendship, the Mayor of Georgetown presented Prime Minister Modi with the key to the city of Georgetown.
And Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday outlined 7 key pillars of cooperation between India and Caribbean nations as he participated in the India-CARICOM summit in Georgetown, Guyana. PM proposed that the acronym CARICOM, which stands for Caribbean Community, could be reinterpreted as a framework for a 7-pillar program aimed at deepening collaboration between India and the Caribbean countries. Hezbollah.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday proposed 7 key pillars to strengthen ties between India and CARICOM as he participated in the India-CARICOM summit with Deccan Michel, Prime Minister of Grenada, the current chairman in Georgetown, Guyana. C stands for capacity building. Prime Minister Modi announced 1,000 information technology scholarships and proposed expanding the technology center that India is establishing in Belize to include all CARICOM members. A stands for agriculture and food security, where India suggested sharing its agricultural technology advancements such as deploying drones. R signifies renewable energy and climate change. Prime Minister Modi invited CARICOM nations to join initiatives spearheaded by India, including the International Solar Alliance, among many others. I represents innovation, technology and trade, which aims to extend India's technological advancements such as UPI to member countries. C stands for cricket and culture. India proposed using cricket as a tool for women empowerment by offering 11 scholarships to each CARICOM nation for women's cricket coaching. O denotes ocean economy and maritime security. India offered to assist in developing Caribbean nations' resources, enhancing regional connectivity through cargo ships and supporting security initiatives against piracy and others. M stands for medicine and healthcare. India prioritizes healthcare in CARICOM nations and offers affordable solutions through its Jan Aushadhi scheme. The Caribbean community, that is CARICOM, has been an important platform for deepening India-Guyana relations as they cooperate across international fora. Prime Minister said that cricket is an important link between India and the Caribbean nations and proposed training women cricketers of these nations.
क्रिकेट हमारे देशों के बीच एक बहुत बड़ा और महत्वपूर्ण कनेक्टिंग लिंक है। इस वर्ष आपके यहाँ हुए T20 वर्ल्ड कप से भारतीय क्रिकेट फैंस का कैरेबियन की ओर आकर्षण और भी बढ़ा है। और यह मैं सिर्फ इसलिए नहीं कह रहा हूं क्योंकि भारत ने यह विश्व कप जीता था। मेरा प्रस्ताव है कि क्रिकेट संबंधों के साथ साथ महिला सशक्तिकरण को बढ़ावा देने के लिए हम कैरिकॉम के हर देश से 11 युवा महिला क्रिकेटर्स की भारत में ट्रेनिंग कर सकते हैं।
PM stressed that India has put a proposal of opening Jan Aushadhi Kendra in Caribbean.
कैरिकॉम देशों की स्वास्थ्य सुरक्षा भारत के लिए उच्च प्राथमिकता का विषय रहा है। भारत में सामान्य मानवी को क्वालिटी एंड अफोर्डेबल हेल्थ केयर प्रदान करने के लिए जन औषधि केंद्र खोले हैं। मेरा प्रस्ताव है कि हम इस मॉडल पर कैरिकॉम के सभी देशों में जन औषधि केंद्र खोल सकते हैं। भारत और सभी देशों के बीच फार्माकोपिया को मान्यता देने के लिए समझौता संपन्न किया जाए तो इस प्रयास को गति ला सकते हैं।
Guyana President Dr. Irfan Ali extended his heartfelt gratitude to PM Modi for his selfless attributes during tough times of COVID pandemic.
Having collectively this occasion to meet you face to face for the first time since COVID, to thank you and the people of India for your selfless attributes
when you delivered to this region our first set of vaccines during the COVID pandemic. Under your visionary leadership, India has an influential voice in the international community. Your launching of the Voice of the Global South, your recent chairmanship of the Group of 20, India's pivotal role in BRICS, and your steadfast advocacy for the developing world underscores your commitment to advancing the aspirations of the Global South. These initiatives have elevated India's stature and placed the concerns of developing nations, including the small island developing and low-lying coastal states of the Caribbean, firmly on the global agenda.
CARICOM heads of government and the Prime Minister last met in 2019 on the margins of the 74th session of the United Nations General Assembly, where they discussed cooperation modalities in renewable energy and climate change through a $150 million credit line from India. The summit saw participation from heads of government and finance ministers of the member states. Ayushi Bhatnagar's report for DD India.
All right, shifting focus, Ukraine on Thursday said Russia launched an intercontinental ballistic missile in an overnight attack, which would be the first recorded use of powerful weapon in an active conflict. Russia's defense ministry also said that the air defenses shot down 2 Storm Shadow cruise missiles manufactured by Britain, and the United States opened a new air defense base in northern Poland.
In a sign of major escalation, Ukraine on Thursday claimed that Russia has launched an intercontinental ballistic missile from its southern Astrakhan region. The attack marked the first use of such powerful weapon since the 2022 conflict. Ukrainian Air Force said that the attack targeted enterprises and critical infrastructure in the central eastern city of Dnipro.
Today, there was a new Russian missile. All the characteristics, speed, altitude are of an intercontinental ballistic missile. An expert investigation is currently underway. It is obvious that Russian President Vladimir Putin is using Ukraine as a training ground. It is obvious that Putin is afraid when there is simply normal life around him, when people just have dignity.
Russia's defense ministry said, and I quote, air defenses shot down 2 Storm Shadow cruise missiles manufactured by Britain, 6 HIMARS rockets manufactured by the USA, and 67 unmanned aerial vehicles of the aircraft type. Moscow's strong response comes days after US President Joe Biden and UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer allowed Ukraine to use Western ballistic missiles to target Russian territory. Within hours of approvals from Washington and London, Kyiv fired a US-made ATACMS missile and a UK-made Storm Shadow missile at Russian territories. Moscow has repeatedly said that the use of Western weapons to strike Russian territory would be a major escalation in the conflict. In yet another development, the United States opened a new air defense base in northern Poland. The base is situated in the town of Redzikowo, near the Baltic coast. Russia said that new base in Poland will raise overall nuclear danger.
This step fits into long-term destructive practice of dragging NATO's military infrastructure close to Russia's border. It clearly leads to undermining of strategic stability, alongside other harmful moves of military, political and technical nature aimed at projection of American military might far from USA national territory, in order to put pressure on Russia and some other nuclear states. This leads to undermining strategic stability, increasing strategic risks, and, as a result, to an increase in the overall level of nuclear danger.
Earlier on Tuesday, President Vladimir Putin approved an updated nuclear doctrine, lowering the threshold that would prompt Russia to consider using nuclear weapons. Bureau Report, DD India.
And amid the stalled Gaza truce in the ongoing West Asia conflict, the International Criminal Court has issued arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, his former defense chief, and Hamas leader Ibrahim al-Masri for alleged war crimes and crimes against humanity. Netanyahu's office has rejected the ICC's arrest warrant, comparing it to the infamous Dreyfus trial. The United States has also strongly opposed the court's decision.
Amid the stalled Gaza truce in the ongoing West Asia conflict, the ICC issued arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, Israel's former Defense Minister Gallant, and Hamas leader Ibrahim al-Masri. The warrants put Netanyahu and Gallant at risk of arrest if they travel abroad. Though Netanyahu has denounced the International Criminal Court's decision to issue arrest warrants for him and his former defense minister Yoav Gallant, calling the ruling anti-Semitic. He said, Israel rejects with disgust the absurd and false actions leveled against it by the ICC. His office said in a statement, adding that Netanyahu won't give in to pressure in the defense of Israel's citizens. There have been mixed reactions to the ICC's warrant, with members of Israel's government and political opposition harshly condemning the International Criminal Court. They have accused the ICC of anti-Semitism following its decision. Meanwhile, Israel and Hezbollah exchanged deadly strikes on Thursday as their conflict continued despite US ceasefire efforts. Airstrikes hit Beirut's southern suburbs while rockets were fired into northern Israel. The Israeli military said that about 10 rockets were launched from Lebanon towards Nahariya, with some intercepted.
There were sirens. I get into the bomb shelter. I close the door. Suddenly, I hear a strong boom. I heard glass shattered and there was burning smell. I was afraid to come out because the whole bomb shelter was shaking from the blast. The doors, everything was shaking. Slowly, I came up and I saw the glass on the floor. The door was open. Everything is broken. And then I come out and see a dead man here.
The renewed Israeli strikes on Beirut's southern suburbs came after 2 days of relative calm in Beirut and its suburbs, while US envoy Amos Hochstein visited, seeking to broker an end to the Israel-Hezbollah war. Bureau Report, DD India.
Still to come on this edition of DD India News Hour. President Ramchandra Patel confers Honorary General of Nepal Army to the Indian Army Chief. And India-Maldives ink pact for cross-border transactions in local currencies.
Complex issues, hidden agendas, twists and turns, strategic games. We think all dots are linked. We just need to connect them. Join me every week as I connect the dots to unravel hidden designs in statecraft, mysteries, and decode issues that matter to you. Watch Connecting the Dots with me at these times on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India News Hour. I'm Abhishek Mahajan, and recap of what we have done so far. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses Guyana's special parliament session, says this is not a time for conflict. This is the time to identify the conditions that create conflict and remove them. Kiev says Russia fired intercontinental ballistic missile in attack on Ukraine. Experts say ICBM never previously used in a war. And Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu denounces International Criminal Court's decision to issue arrest warrants for him and its former defense minister, calls ruling anti-Semitic. And updates on COP29 climate talks as UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres called on delegations at COP29 on Thursday to soften hard lines and compromise to reach a deal. The United Nations climate body on Thursday published a fresh set of options for COP29 summit's primary goal of agreeing how much money richer countries should provide to poorer ones to help them deal with climate change. While the summit is due to close on Friday, the new document showed much is still to be determined.
But from now on, what matters is not what was the initial position of each party. What now matters is how to find a compromise that allows for an ambitious result in relation to the new global goal, because finance is in the center of this COP.
And Mexico on Thursday announced a transition to net zero by 2050 at COP29. He added that the country will update its climate plan known as Nationally Determined Contribution in 2025.
We want to be very clear on this point. Mexico will be updating its NDC next year and increase its ambition. We are also planning to move towards a more credible target, more clear one, potentially one that is expressed in absolute economy-wide reduction targets that translate into specific carbon budgets per sector, allowing for much greater accountability on compliance. Though this administration is somewhat new, we are already running the numbers and having the necessary conversations to engage in a robust trajectory to net zero by 2050.
And India's Minister of State for Environment, Forests and Climate Change, Kirti Vardhan Singh, co-chaired the Lead IT Summit with Minister for Environment and Climate of Sweden on the sidelines of COP29 in Baku, Azerbaijan. The member countries and companies returned their commitment to low-carbon transition of hard-to-abate sectors. The leaders also released the 5-year report of Leadership Group for Industry Transition. The report highlights the achievement of the initiative since its launch in 2019. The minister on Wednesday met Minister for Climate Change and National Resilience, Republic of Nauru, Asterio Ape, on the sidelines of COP29. The leaders discussed mutual interest in sustainable development and climate resilience and reaffirmed the urgent need to ensure flow of finance and technology from developed to developing countries. And satellite images of United States taken over a 40-hour period over the Pacific Northwest showed a large storm system churning over the region. The powerful storm, named a bomb cyclone, clobbered Washington state. The storm hit on Wednesday continues to cause destruction over the northwest regions of the state on Thursday. The cyclone is looming with a powerful atmospheric river, unleashing winds that have already claimed 2 lives. The storm knocked out power to hundreds of thousands of people while disrupting road travel. Let's now take a look at other stories making news around the world. Australian government introduced a bill in Parliament on Thursday that aims to ban social media for children under 16. Australia plans to trial an age verification system that may include biometrics or government identification to enforce a social media age cutoff. Scientists in the United States unveiled the first blueprint of human skeletal development as they make progress towards completing the first ever biological atlas. The work is part of the ongoing Human Cell Atlas project that began in 2016 and involves researchers around the world. And Spain's Canary Islands are on track to break for a second straight year a record of irregular migrant arrivals as the conflict in Mali fuels the surge. The Canary Islands have become one of the main entry points into Europe for irregular migrants, in particular in 2024. An Indian Army Chief General Upendra Dwivedi was conferred with the honorary rank of the Nepal Army by President Ramchandra Paudel on Thursday during his 5-day official visit to Nepal. Nepal and India have a long tradition of conferring each other's Army Chief with the honorary rank of General. The practice reflects the mutual respect and enduring friendship between the two countries, particularly in the realms of military cooperation, defense collaboration and shared strategic interests. And taking a significant leap into the digital streaming landscape, public broadcaster Prasar Bharati has launched its all-new over-the-top streaming platform Waves. It has been designed to cater to a wide range of viewers across the country. DD India's Deepika Mehto gets you more on this.
as a national broadcaster, we have brought all the major regional language programs, our culture, our cultural heritage, our history on a digital platform for the first time. So I would request through you to all our audiences, everybody, please download that app. It's very easy. It's free for everybody except some of the programs which are premium programs. Otherwise, it's free of cost. Everybody should download and have a look at this program.
As our public service broadcasting role mandates, that we have to make information and content available to people across the length and breadth of our vast country. The large number of languages, cultures, dialects. So while we have made this effort to start with programming in over 10 languages at this point of time, but our endeavor would be that over the next several months or couple of years, we will try to cover all the major Indian languages and some of the prominent dialects as well, so that people from all parts of the country can access this content. And of course, there's a large number of people who moved away from their roots, but they still want to remain connected through programming in those languages. So being a digital platform, it will be available to everybody anywhere on earth, and therefore people would find programming which is more relevant for them in an easy to search format. The third part, which again the chairman mentioned, is in terms of the large part of the programming being free. And that is simply again because of our public service role, that we would not want to ever keep a very high entry barrier in terms of high subscription fees, so that everybody can access this platform and obtain whatever news or entertainment or educational content that they would want to see. So again, I reiterate that Waves is a medium for all of us, for all Indians, and through the friends from the media present here, I would want this message to be spread far and wide to download and use Waves.
So if we are here representing 42 for DD National and Waves, we're very happy and grateful for this opportunity, and I hope the audiences loves it. Please don't forget, Monday to Thursday 9 PM on DD National.
So we have with us the chairman of Prasar Bharati. Sir, very warm welcome to DD India. When we talk about OTT app of Prasar Bharati, what do you think? Because the theme of IFI's future is now, and I think OTT aligns with the same theme, isn't it?
Yeah, see, we were not present in the digital format, and there was a lot of demand from public about clean and family entertainment. So this digital platform, OTT platform, Waves, brings not only clean and entertainment which you can watch with your family, also the for youth current affairs, like all the news channels, or more than 40 news channels, or the prominent news channels are there on this platform. Also, we have games platforms for kids. Also, we have shopping platforms. Anybody can shop on that with the payment gateway and everything. And also, most importantly, most of the archives, wherever we had the copyrights or digital copyrights, most of those archives are on this platform. So you can, along new current programs, new programs are also being put in. Plus, we have an app where more than 10,000 films, they are available. You can watch all those films. And this much content is not available on any other OTT in the world, in the country at this moment. So this is the largest content platform, and this is free of cost. People can download it just like that and start watching.
एक ही धर्म, एक ही कर्म, आपका देश, हमारा देश, अपना देश, ये भारत देश।
फौजी है, फौजी है, फौजी है, फौजी है।
We are with the star cast of 4G 2, and let's now talk to them and understand about their experience. First of all, many congratulations to you on the comeback of 4G with 4G 2. How excited are you about it?
First of all, thank you so much, and we are just excited, and not just for the 4G2, for Doordarshan, for Waves, and it's just a new things for new generation, and we are cinema lover, and we are experiencing so much greatness in just one single night, and we are just it was such a surreal moment, not just for me, for us, whole team, and we are just grateful, we are honored to be here and lucky.
4G is such a big show, and the name 4G brought us Shah Rukh Khan sir, जो उनकी खुद की इतनी बड़ी legacy है. I mean, हम सब वही try कर रहे हैं कि हम सबको proud कर पाएं through our show, and we're all very, very excited for everyone to watch our show because it has 10 cadets, 10 different flavors. Nobody is the same. As in our life, everybody has a relatable story to themselves, and we all are extremely different, but we are still one, and that is what 4G is, and we are all 4Gs. So I'm really, really hopeful that people like our show and they give us love and respect.
I'm really proud to be a part of 4G2 and all our casts, because if I talk from my personal view, मुझे बचपन में तो पता नहीं था कि मुझे क्या करना, बट फिर जब मैं एक्टिंग में आया उसके बाद थोड़ा समझदार होने के बाद मुझे पता था कि यार फौज एक ऐसी चीज़ है जहाँ मुझे जाना चाहिए, बट क्योंकि मैं एक्टिंग में हूँ ऑलरेडी तो मुझे ऐसा कभी मौका नहीं मिला। बट जब मुझे शौक़ है इस चीज़ का कि मुझे फ़ौजी बनना है, और जब मुझे मौका मिला कि मैं 4G2 के लिए काम कर सकूं, तो मेरे लिए इससे ज़्यादा खुशी की कोई बात नहीं थी। आई वाज रियली हैप्पी टू बी अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस शो।
It's mostly a matter of double delight because with the comeback of 4G in the name of 4G2, the OTT platform Waves is also being launched, and 4G2 will be coming on the OTT platform. How do you look at this development? Because there were times when we had limited number of OTT platforms. Netflix was only in the market, and there were the other OTT platforms, and featuring on that was a huge task. But now you have your own country's own platform, the Waves, which is known as. So,
I mean, it's a very, very proud moment for all of us, because as Sir just told us that Waves and Doordarshan brings pure content, very homely and family content, which nobody provides. It's only positivity, no negativity. I mean, in the world, we already have so much negativity around us through problems and all, but when somebody will tune into Waves, when somebody watches Doordarshan, they'll get a wave of positivity. They love our show because, I mean, we try to bring soul into our characters, into the show, into 4G. So, I mean, it's a very, very proud moment for all of us that Waves is being launched along with 4G2. So, I mean, it's written in history now, so looking forward to it.
all right, all the best to all.
Thank you so much.
So there you heard the entire star cast of 4G2. We're really excited for their show, which will be featuring on Doordarshan. And apart from that, you can also catch the show on the new OTT app of DD, which is Waves. With camera person Alok, this is Deepika reporting for DD India from Goa.
नई कहानियों में नया भारत लिखा। कहानी नहीं बदली, स्टाइल गया है बदल। कहानियां सुनते आए देखते आए अब वही वैसी ही कहानी सुनाएगा डिजिटल। टाइम है बदला जस्ट बात वही है, तुम जिसको लाइक करे बात वही है। कहानी नहीं है, सीन नहीं है, पूरी फैमिली के साथ रील नहीं है। डुप्लीकेट्स भी है, ये रिप टॉप भी है।
Alright, I would like to request Nagarjuna sir to please say a few words about this festival. And yes sir, so this is gonna be a Bharat Hai Hum season 2, an animation show based on freedom fighters,
teaching us about Indian freedom fighters, which is very, very important for all of us, where the people who have sacrificed for our freedom, for us to walk on these roads and be free. And I congratulate the Munja Shroff to have done this, and God bless. And I wish all the best as this animation series should do very, very well.
So Bharat Hai Hum, this is the season 2 starting. As was mentioned, we all learn from history, and we will learn the best when we learn the history from the perspective of those who fought for our freedom. And I think this is what this series is not just going to be exploring, but will allow us to be educated. Very important, not just for the next generation, but even for our generation also, because we all always take our freedom for granted. And I think this is a great tribute to all the freedom fighters. Great job.
And Haryana is largely known to produce a great number of sportspersons, but now is the time of filmmakers. DD India's Deepika got in conversation with Haryana's Bhagat, who explains us the impact of technology in relationships.
Creative Minds of Tomorrow is encouraging many young stars here at Film Bazaar, and right now we have with us Bhagat Singh from Haryana. Well, Haryana is known to produce many sportspersons, but now it is the time for filmmakers to make a mark. Bhagat Singh, thank you so much for talking first of all exclusively to us. When we talk about this particular competition, how has your journey been so far at Film Bazaar?
So we were 10 screenwriters who were selected, who were asked to submit their stories, and 5 of us were chosen to develop the scripts, and those scripts are being made into these short films, which you will see 2 days later. They will be screened here. So that is right now the journey.
And when we talk about your stint, what have been the challenges that you've seen so far in this initial journey phase of your life?
I think it's one is the cohesive environment that you have to find to work with like-minded people who can understand and work on some creative idea and develop that into a film. That is a bit difficult, but we are trying hard actually, in Haryana and other states as well. Yeah.
Tell us more about the topic that you have in hand this time.
Yeah, so the theme is relationship in the terms of age of technology. But my story, there is a mute guy who wants to talk to a blind girl, and for them technology is an advantage, is a possibility, which was not earlier, maybe few decades earlier, it was not there.
Now tell us that how helpful is this Film Bazaar platform for you?
So it's a great place to meet, to nurture your ideas, to brainstorm, to meet potential funders, financiers, producers, and see how you can see one certain thing or certain idea from different places. It's a journey of perspectives, I guess, and it's a brilliant place to actually be. I would love to come here every year, I guess.
So there you heard Bhagat Singh, one of the participants at Creative Minds of Tomorrow, who's really enthusiastic and excited about this event and is looking forward to participate in the coming years as well, because this has got the potential to decide the future of India. With camera person Alok, this is Deepika reporting for DD India from Goa.
Well, that's all for this edition of DD India News Hour, but do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS. Scan the QR code on the screen to download now. And we'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Abhishek from all of us here in Delhi. Thanks for watching DD India News Hour.